Am I audible to all of you? Thank you. Yeah. So before starting with the new topic, just one correction. Yesterday we conducted quiz, am I right? And the question that we discussed at the end, I think, is a suggested intake of dietary fats per day in pregnancy. Okay, I think Roman has answered to this question. Okay, so basically the question was wrong. Okay, so here it should be visible fats because whatever values they are given, they were concerned only with the visible fats. Okay, so whenever question is asked, you should have to pay attention whether visible fat intake is asked or whether it is a dietary fat. So whenever we say it is dietary fat, you should have to answer both, that is visible as well as इनविजिबल फॅट इंटेक. ओके, तर क्वेश्चनमध्ये आपण डायटरी फॅट म्हटलं होतं आणि आपल्या ऑप्शनमध्ये विजिबल फॅट्ससाठीचे ऑप्शन होते. ओके, सो देर इज वन करेक्शन and even for the lactation, the value which I referred from the textbook is not given in KPAC. So during lactation, the intake of visible fats, it is not 45. Okay, so it's better to refer to recent edition of KPAC, that is a 25th edition of KPAC. Okay, so if visible fats are asked, your answer will be 30 grams. Okay, and if dietary fat it is asked, it is asked plus 10 you are supposed to add during pregnancy as well as during lactation. ओके, तर डायटरी फॅट्स विचारले तर दोन्हीही येतील त्याच्यामध्ये, म्हणजे 10 ग्रॅम इनविजिबल अँड 30 ग्रॅम विजिबल. ओके, सेम इज ॲप्लिकेबल ड्युरिंग लॅक्टेशन ऑल्सो. सो इज इट क्लिअर? इज इट क्लिअर? कुणाला काही शंका या क्वेश्चनबद्दल? रुमान? रुमान? Yeah. So that what you said yesterday, that recommendation during pregnancy as well as lactation is the same, just you are supposed to pay attention to whether dietary fat is asked or whether visible fat is asked. That's it. Okay, so accordingly the answer may changed specifically during your spotting exam. Okay, so let's proceed further today. Now we are going to talk about nutritional requirement. We are going to talk about nutritional requirement. Okay, now right now you know that when we consume food, we get different nutrients. Okay, and in what quantity or in what amount we are supposed to take these nutrients is varies. Okay, so the amount of nutrient intake is variable. Okay, so there are different factors that we are going to discuss later on which affects the intake of these nutrients. Okay, but one thing is very clear, that different nutrients which we get from food, so whether it is macronutrients like fats, carbohydrates, or proteins, or whether these are micronutrients like vitamins or minerals, it is very essential that we must consume it in adequate amount. Now, whatever the nutrient, in what quantity, in what amount that we are supposed to take, this can be expressed by using different terminologies. Okay, तो हमें डेली कितने न्यूट्रिएंट्स लेने हैं, इसे हम डिफरेंट टर्मिनोलॉजीज में एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं. ओके, सो वी कैन से इट इज ऑप्टिमल रिक्वायरमेंट, वी कैन से इट इज ऑप्टिमल रिक्वायरमेंट, और we can say it is minimum requirement. Okay, or we can say it is self और सेफ लेवल ऑफ इंटेक. ओके, इतना इंटेक जो हमारे लिए सेफ है. ओके, कितना ऑप्टिमम इंटेक हमें करना चाहिए, कितना मिनिमम लेना चाहिए. okay, or we can say recommended intake, or we can say recommended allowance. Okay, so regarding the amount of nutrients that should be daily consumed, okay, different terminologies are used. Okay, we can say it's optimal requirement, minimum requirement, we can say it is safe level of intake, it is a recommended intake or recommended allowance. Out of these terminologies, okay, the most commonly accepted term is recommended allowance. Okay, now since we are talking about consumption of these nutrients on daily basis, we are calling it as recommended daily allowance. Okay, so RDA abbreviation, it stands for recommended daily allowance. ये जब कैलकुलेट करते हैं, डिटरमाइन करते हैं, तो two things are taken into consideration. One is individual variability and second is the bioavailability of nutrients. So regarding these two aspects, we'll talk later, but first we will try to understand the above mentioned terminologies. Okay, so RDA, most widely accepted terminology regarding the amount of nutrients that should be consumed daily. Okay, now the second term which you can see is acceptable intake or adequate intake. In case if it is not possible to determine recommended daily allowance, okay, so that time these terms are taken into consideration, that is either adequate intake or acceptable intake. Okay, so adequate intake, it means this is the average daily intake of nutrient. It is average daily intake of nutrient which is adequate for different groups. Okay, तो डेली हमें कितना एवरेज न्यूट्रिएंट लेना है कि that quantity is adequate for different groups. Okay, so these different groups, it can be of man, women, boys, girls, infant, children. Okay, so different groups are made, we will see that groups. Okay, but the term adequate intake or acceptable intake, what it includes? Average daily intake of nutrients which is adequate for different groups, and these two terms are there. But in India, okay, for adequate intake, the preferred terminology is acceptable intake. Okay, so instead of adequate intake, in India we are using the term acceptable intake. Okay, one more term you can see here, that is tolerable upper intake level. Okay, tolerable upper intake level. So what it includes? It includes highest quantity or highest amount of nutrient that can be consumed daily. Okay, तो कौन सा भी न्यूट्रिएंट है उसका कितना हाईएस्ट क्वांटिटी हम डेली ले सकते हैं. ओके, एंड कंजम्पशन ऑफ दिस हाईएस्ट क्वांटिटी or this highest amount, okay, it won't produce any risk to the health, or it won't produce any adverse effects on our health, and this is seen in almost all individuals. Okay, तो बहुत सारे लोग कितना हाईएस्ट क्वांटिटी कंज्यूम करते हैं उससे हमारे हेल्थ पे कोई एडवर्स इफेक्ट नहीं होने वाला. ओके, सो दैट इज द tolerable upper intake level. Now the other thing which is concerned with this aspect is what can happen if these nutrients are consumed above the level of this tolerable level. Okay, अपर लिमिट क्रॉस करके अगर हम ज़्यादा लेते हैं तो क्या होगा? सो एज वी सेड in the first part, okay, even if we are taking in highest quantity, okay, to that level, अपर लिमिट के नीचे अगर हम लेते हैं, अपर लेवल के नीचे अगर हम लेते हैं तो हेल्थ के लिए कोई भी रिस्क नहीं है. लेकिन उससे ज़्यादा अगर हम लेंगे, ओके, सो कंजम्पशन ऑफ न्यूट्रिएंट अबव upper level, it increases potential risk of एडवर्स इफेक्ट. ओके, तो उससे ज़्यादा हम लेंगे तो एडवर्स इफेक्ट्स होने की पॉसिबिलिटी है, और वी कैन से सम रिस्क मे बी इम्पोज्ड टू आवर हेल्थ. ओके, वन मोर टर्म is there, that is estimated average requirement. Okay, it is abbreviated as EAR. Okay, estimated average requirement. This is average daily intake of nutrient to that level which meets the requirement of 50% or half of the healthy individuals. ओके तो जब हम एस्टिमेटेड एवरेज रिक्वायरमेंट टर्म यूज करते हैं ओके तो न्यूट्रिएंट हमें उस लेवल में लेते हैं ओके जो एडिक्वेट है लेकिन दिस इज एडिक्वेट फॉर only half of the population or it is adequate for 50% of the population, and here we are talking only about healthy individuals. Okay, so that is estimated average requirement. Okay, so whatever these terms are there, these are not asked in MEHS exams up till now. Okay, so just try to understand these terminologies and its meaning. Now we will go back again to RDA, okay, which is most widely used terminology, recommended daily allowance. Okay, what is meaning of this? So it is the amount of nutrients which are sufficient for maintenance of health of nearly all people. ओके एस्टिमेटेड एवरेज में हमने सिर्फ 50% लोगों को कंसिडर किया था, लेकिन यहाँ पे वी आर कंसिडरिंग ऑलमोस्ट ऑल पीपल. ओके तो कितने न्यूट्रिएंट हमें लेने हैं? ओके द इंटेक शुड बी अप टू दैट लेवल which is sufficient for maintenance of health of nearly all people. Okay, so we are not focusing on any particular individual. The definition as stated by K. Park, it is average daily dietary nutrient intake level sufficient to meet nutrient requirement of nearly all healthy individuals, that is 97 to 98% of healthy individuals in a particular life stage and gender group. तो यहाँ पे जब भी RDA कैलकुलेट किया जाता है तो उसका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन बेसिकली देखा जाता है 97 to 98% ऑफ हेल्दी इंडिविजुअल शुड बी कवर्ड. ओके तो ये हमें देखना है और कितने न्यूट्रिएंट हमें लेने हैं. ओके सो वॉट एवर our nutrition requirement is there, first thing it should be fulfilled and it should help to maintain the health. Okay, so there are 2-3 important aspects that are taken into consideration, and when this value is calculated, when RDA is calculated or it is determined, 2 important factors are taken into consideration. First is individual variability and second it is bioavailability of the nutrient from the habitual diet of the people. Okay, so first we will see what is individual variability. Now you know कि nutrition requirement of all individuals, it is not same. Okay, it varies from person to person. Okay, so this definition of RDA, it considers this individual variability. Okay, that variability of nutrient requirement is different in different individuals. Okay, तो उसे consider किया जाता है, and for this most of the individuals, as we said, it covers about 97 to 98% of healthy individuals. Okay, so basically this mainly includes, okay, now these terms are new for you, it includes mean plus 2 standard deviation. Okay, इसमें हम देखते हैं mean और 2 standard deviation. Okay, so all these terminologies are new for you. So regarding mean and standard deviation, okay, this is the part of our another chapter, that is health information and basic medical statistics. Okay, so how these statistical figures that are interpreted, okay, this is concerned with that. Details we will discuss in that chapter, but right now just for RDA, try to understand what is taken into consideration is mean plus 2 standard deviation, and whenever we accept this thing, it mainly covers 97.5 5% of the population. So that's why we said in majority of population. Okay, so this is covered. Okay, so don't get confused. Just right now remember that whenever we calculate RDA, the value that we consider is mean plus 2 standard deviation. Okay, and this is considered as safe level. This is considered as safe level for consumption of that particular nutrient. Okay, individual variability which is taken into consideration is 12.5. Okay, 12.5% is considered as individual variability. Second aspect which is taken into consideration is bioavailability of nutrient, and this is concerned with the habitual diet of the people. Okay, so whatever routine diet people are consuming, that is taken into consideration. So it further includes three important things. First thing is the amount of nutrient which is released आफ्टर कंजम्पशन ऑफ फूड. ओके, तो जो फूड हमने लिया है उसमें से वो पर्टिकुलर न्यूट्रिएंट कितना रिलीज हुआ है. ओके, दिस इज फर्स्ट एस्पेक्ट विच इज टेकन इनटू कंसिडरेशन. सेकेंड एस्पेक्ट इज the amount of nutrient which is absorbed from intestine. Okay, कितना intestine से absorb हुआ है. And the third factor that is taken into consideration is after absorption the biological response which is produced by that particular nutrient. Okay, so whenever we use the term bioavailability, it is concerned with three aspects. Okay, release कितना है, absorption कितना है, और उसका बायोलॉजिकल रिस्पॉन्स कितना है. ओके, सो दीज थिंग्स आर टेकन इनटू कंसिडरेशन while determining recommended daily allowance. Okay, so out of these things what we discussed, just RDA abbreviation you must know. Okay, तो RDA में कौन सा भी न्यूट्रिएंट हम कितना क्वांटिटी में लेना है हमें. सो ये क्वांटिटी है, ओके, विच इज सफिशिएंट टू मेंटेन आवर हेल्थ. सिंपली वी कैन से इतना अगर हम लेते हैं तो डेफिनेटली हमारी हेल्थ मेंटेन होने वाली है. और जब भी ये कैलकुलेट किया है तो इंडिविजुअल वेरिएबिलिटी को कंसिडर किया है और न्यूट्रिएंट की बायो अवेलेबिलिटी को भी कंसिडर किया है. ओके, so now I don't want you to memorize this table, but just try to understand, okay, how to read the table. Okay, so initially what we said, all these recommendations of consumption of nutrients, it is concerned with the different groups. Okay, so it should be normal for different groups. Okay, so here can you see the groups how they are prepared? Now please see it and please be interactive. Can you see? Yes, group what it includes? Just pay attention to the first column. Is it? Yeah, boys and girls. Okay, so overall what we can say, different groups we are considering as man, women, infants, children, boys and girls. Okay, again other factors are taken into consideration like age, okay, or like the type of work or the physiological conditions. Okay, and again we are dividing these groups into, we may call these as subgroups. Okay, तो regarding man, for man उसके जो RDA के लिए कैटेगरी वापस की है, that depends upon the type of work. Okay, so whether the man is doing sedentary work, moderate work or heavy work. Okay, so depending on this RDA will change, okay, for different nutrients. Same way women, कौन सा काम कैसा काम करते हैं, सिडेंट्री वर्क कर रहे, मॉडरेट वर्क कर रहे या हेवी वर्क है. ओके, विमेन के लिए फिजियोलॉजिकल कंडीशंस को हमें कंसिडर करना है, दैट इज प्रेगनेंसी एंड लैक्टेशन. ओके, तो लैक्टेशन को अगेन हमने डिवाइड किया है फर्स्ट 6 months और लॅटर 6 months. ओके, पहिले 6 महिने आणि नंतरचे 6 महिने. राईट, इन्फंट्स सेम इन्फेंट्स इज फ्रॉम बर्थ अप टू 1 year ऑफ एज, उसे भी हमने 0 to 6 months और 6 to 12 months में डिवाइड किया है. ओके, चिल्ड्रन 1 to 9 years वी आर कॉलिंग एज चिल्ड्रन. ओके, फॉर RDA चिल्ड्रन के लिए 1 to 9 years है. उस पे फिर 3 सब ग्रुप्स है, 1 to 3, 4 to 6 एंड 7 to 9. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स. बॉयज और गर्ल्स में अगेन यू कैन सी 3 ग्रुप्स. ओके, 10 to 12 के लिए एक ग्रुप बनाया है, 13 to 15 के लिए एक ग्रुप है. ओके, and finally for 16 and 17 there is one more group. Okay, in addition to the type of work, in addition to the age, or in addition to physiological conditions for women like pregnancy and lactation, for RDA weight of the person is also taken into consideration. Okay, so for this weight, what you can see, for man the body weight is 60 kg, for women it is 55 kg, and you can see the remaining age group, remaining body weight. Okay, now next is calories. What calories are required? Okay, so just see it, don't memorize, and how you are going to interpret the calorie that are required in relation to these groups or subgroups. कैसे इंटरप्रिट करोगे? व्हॅल्यूज दिसतात तुम्हाला? खूप लहान नाही आहेत ना आकडे? येस की? हां हां हां. तो यू जस्ट सी इट एंड टेल मी, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द टाइप ऑफ वर्क इन रिलेशन टू द फिजियोलॉजिकल कंडीशंस फॉर इन्फेंट्स, फॉर चिल्ड्रन, फॉर बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स, कैलोरी रिक्वायरमेंट कैसे चेंज होने वाला है, जस्ट दैट इंटरप्रिटेशन इज essential to understand. No need to memorize all these figures. Yes, any one of you interested? Anyone from your side? कॅलरीज फक्त कोणाला कमी लागणार आहेत, कोणाला जास्त लागणार आहेत, तेवढंच तुम्हाला बघायचं आहे आणि सांगायचं आहे. डोंट रीड दी वैल्यूज, सिर्फ आपको इंटरप्रिट कैसे करना है ये देखना है, बिकॉज वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दी RDA in relation to energy, and our next topic is energy. Yes, anyone? None of you? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you're absolutely right. Those men as well as women, huh, huh, if they are, hmm, hmm, yes, yes, yes. Another important aspect is pregnancy and lactation. What do you want to say about that? Okay, okay. What else? For children, for infants? Hmm, hmm. Okay. Okay, nice attempt. So, how we can summarize it? So, depending upon the type of work, the person should know what amount of calories can be consumed. So, all sedentary workers, those people who are involved in sedentary work, their energy requirement is less, okay? Or RDA, which is suggested for these people, is less, okay? Moderate अगर work है तो उससे ज़्यादा है, heavy work है तो definitely calories requirement is more. Okay, don't forget to supply extra 350 kilocalories during pregnancy, and calorie requirement further increases during lactational period. Okay, in first 6 months it is very essential to supply extra 600 kilocalories. Okay, and in latter 6 months you can reduce it little bit. Okay, 520 kilocalories supplementation is essential for infants. Depending on their weight, we can calculate the calories that are recommended for these. Okay, children and another group. Okay, for children, since they are in growing phase, energy requirement is more. Okay, even during the phase of puberty, okay, energy requirement is more. So more energy is required for children, for the boys and girls during the age of puberty, that's what we can say. And more calories they are required for women. Okay, so this is the recommendation, but when we apply this aspect, we should talk in terms of energy requirement. Okay, kiska energy requirement kaisa hai. Okay, regarding protein, one thing already you know. Okay, for man and women protein requirement, it's easy to calculate. Okay, as you know how we calculate the protein requirement for adult. So since we have considered this weight as 60 and 55. Okay, so the protein requirement will depend upon the weight. Okay, so 60 gram for man and 55 for women. Okay, please permit me to end this meeting and rejoin. Am I audible? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we discussed about energy, or we discussed about protein requirement. Okay. Similarly, you can see RDA, it is recommended for different other nutrients, like it is recommended for visible fats. Okay. It is recommended for calcium. It is recommended for other nutrients like iron, zinc, etc. Okay. So right now, because of lack of time, we won't go in details, but whenever you see your textbook, please go through this chart. Okay. And just remember regarding the calcium. Okay. The recommended dietary allowance for calcium, it is highest during pregnancy and lactation. Okay, so it is almost double, that you should not forget. Okay, so calcium supplementation is very essential during pregnancy as well as during lactation. Okay, similarly, this is another table, okay, which is given in KPAC. So here also groups are same. The category which are prepared based on the type of work or age or physiological conditions is same. The body weight, it is same. Okay, just now we are discussing this with the vitamins. Okay, regarding fat soluble vitamins and regarding water soluble vitamins. Okay, so whatever points are given here already we have discussed when we discussed that particular vitamin. Okay, so this is just one table where you can get the RDA for different groups. Okay, RDA for different groups. So here for retinol and carotene, already you know how to convert that retinol RDA to carotene. Okay, multiplier आप लोगों को पता है. Okay, तो एक वैल्यू आपको पता है तो carotene की you can calculate. Okay, so here the most important from vitamins that you should not forget specifically during pregnancy is folic acid supplementation. So once again I want to repeat this point. Okay, so folic acid, it is very essential. As we said, this helps to prevent a neural tube defects. Okay, so जो RDA folic acid के लिए बोला है वो फुलफिल होना essential है. ओके तो हमें 500 माइक्रोग्राम ड्यूरिंग प्रेगनेंसी देना है और 300 माइक्रोग्राम ड्यूरिंग लैक्टेशन, बट द मेजर रोल इज इन pregnancy. Okay, now this is one more table. Okay, this is concerned with the calculation of caloric requirement for Indians. Just additional thing to know. Okay, so right now we said type of work, sedentary work, moderate work and heavy work. Okay, what things are taken into consideration for calculation is basal metabolic rate. Secondly is whatever routine activities that are performed by the person. Then third we consider is specific dynamic action. Okay, so specific dynamic action, basically it is concerned with the breakdown and digestion of macronutrients, and further it is also considered with the thermogenesis. Okay, heat production. So that SDA is taken into consideration और इन तीनों का टोटल किया है फर्स्ट. ओके, सेकेंडली द टाइप ऑफ वर्क. ओके, जो प्रोफेशनल वर्क है वो हमें देखना है. ओके, उसके लिए कितनी एनर्जी लगने वाली है. ओके, सो दीज फोर थिंग्स are taken into consideration, and the RDA, that is recommended daily allowance, which is suggested by ICMR. Okay, in this last row you can see it. For sedentary work कितने कैलोरीज लगने वाले हैं, फॉर मॉडरेट वर्क कितने लगने वाले हैं, और फॉर हेवी कितने लगने वाले हैं. अगेन डोंट फोकस ऑन द नंबर्स, आई जस्ट वांट टू फोकस हियर is while RDA is recommended by ICMR. ओके, फोर थिंग्स आर टेकन इनटू कंसिडरेशन. तो उसमें BMR को कंसिडर किया है, रूटीन एक्टिविटीज को कंसिडर किया है, स्पेसिफिक डायनामिक एक्शन को कंसिडर किया है, और जो प्रोफेशनल वर्क है उसे कंसिडर किया है. ओके, नाउ वी विल सी अबाउट एनर्जी. Okay, so right now you know that energy वी गेट फ्रॉम फूड. ओके, जब हमने इंट्रोडक्शन किया था न्यूट्रिशन एंड हेल्थ के लिए, सो दैट टाइम वी डिस्कस्ड वेरियस फंक्शंस ऑफ फूड. ओके, एंड वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट फंक्शन व्हाट वी सेड इज एनर्जी. ओके, सो एनर्जी हमें फूड से मिलती है, टू बी स्पेसिफिकली न्यूट्रिएंट से मिलती है. और अभी आपको ये भी पता है कि जब हम कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स लेते हैं, फैट्स लेते हैं, प्रोटीन्स लेते हैं, तब हमें एनर्जी मिलने वाली है. ओके, एंड आवर बॉडी रिक्वायर्स एनर्जी फॉर different purposes. Okay, so energy, it is required for growth, it is required for various metabolic activities, it is required for maintenance of body temperature, it is required for various physical activities. Okay, list is big. Okay, for different purposes our body requires energy. Okay, and the energy requirement, okay, it varies or it is affected by various factors. There are different factors which can affect energy requirement of an individual. Okay, so right now in table we seen that एज के हिसाब से ग्रुप बनाए थे. ओके, सो एज इज इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्टर दैट कैन अफेक्ट एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट. सेकेंडली, आपने अगर टेबल ऑब्जर्व किया है तो मेल्स फीमेल्स और बॉयज और गर्ल्स उनके लिए रिकमेंडेशंस अलग थे इवन फॉर एनर्जी. ओके, तो जेंडर है, ओके, विच कैन अफेक्ट वेट ऑफ द पर्सन. ओके, एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन weight of the person, what type of physical work that person is doing. Okay, and to what extent. So that's what we said कि sedentary work है, moderate work है या heavy work है. Okay, plus फिजियोलॉजिकल कंडीशंस है जैसे कि प्रेगनेंसी है, लैक्टेशन है. एंड इन एडिशन टेबल में जो कंसिडर नहीं किया है विच कैन ऑल्सो अफेक्ट द एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट इज क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन. ओके, सो एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट may vary depending upon various factors, or same thing we can say there are various factors which can affect energy requirement. Okay, so from the table now what we can say, children they require more energy and they require more energy for formation of tissues. Okay, for growth. Okay, for formation of new tissues children को ज़्यादा एनर्जी लगती है. ओके, प्रेगनेंसी में ज़्यादा एनर्जी लगती है because there is this energy, it is mainly required for the growth of the fetus. Okay, fetal growth के लिए energy लगती है. सेकेंडली व्हाट वी कैन से, लैक्टेशन. लैक्टेशन में मिल्क सिक्रेशन होता है तो उसके लिए एनर्जी ज़्यादा लगती है. ओके, हेवी वर्क, जितना हेवी वर्क रहेगा उतना कैलोरीज का एक्सपेंडिचर ज़्यादा रहेगा. ओके, एंड कैलोरी रिक्वायरमेंट विल बी मोर. ओके, सो दिस इज जस्ट the summary related with the table that we have seen right now. Okay, now if the person is taking rest, okay, complete resting stage में है तो energy लगेगी क्या? Okay, so whether energy is required if the person is at complete rest. Okay, so answer to this is definitely yes. Even if the person is resting for basal metabolism, energy is required. Okay, so we have seen energy requirement and what various factors are there that can affect energy requirement. Okay, now let's talk about sources of energy. Sources of energy already you know. Okay, these are mainly macronutrients that provides us energy, and even you know the calories values which are supplied by consumption of 1 gram of carbohydrate, 1 gram of fat and 1 gram of protein. Okay, so once again I repeat, 1 gram of carbohydrate it provides 4 kilocalories, 1 gram of fat it provides 9 kilocalories, and 1 gram of protein it provides 4 kilocalories. Okay, just to this list we are going to add one more thing, that is dietary fibers. Okay, dietary fibers से energy बहुत कम मिलता है but it is 2 kilocalories. Okay, 1 gram of dietary fibers can provide 2 kilocalories. Okay, a dietary fiber is part of carbohydrate. So हमें कार्बोहाइड्रेट से एनर्जी मिलने वाली है, फैट्स से एनर्जी मिलने वाली है और प्रोटीन से मिलने वाली है. ओके, तो जो भी टोटल एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट है, ओके, वो कैसी फुलफिल होनी चाहिए. Okay, so from proteins, okay, 10 to 15%, 10 to 15% energy should be provided by proteins. Okay, secondly, 15 to 30% energy should be provided by fats, and remaining part of energy, it should be supplied by carbohydrates rich in fibers. ओके, तो प्रोटीन से हमें कितनी एनर्जी आनी चाहिए? 10 to 15%. ओके, फैट्स से कितनी आनी चाहिए? 15 to 30%. और जो बाकी की है दैट शुड बी फ्रॉम कार्बोहाइड्रेट, बट मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, these carbohydrate they should be rich in dietary fibers. Okay, so this is about the sources of energy and how the energy should be provided from different macronutrients. Okay, very quickly we will see measurement of energy. Okay, so this is your physics syllabus. What definition you can see? It is joule. Okay, so this is the unit of energy. Okay, but what we prefer routinely is kilocalories, but just see what is meaning of joule. This is physical unit of energy. It is defined as energy required to move 1 kg of mass by 1 meter by a force of 1 न्यूटन एक्टिंग ऑन इट. ओके, तो ये डेफिनेशन अभी तक पूछी नहीं गई है. जस्ट यू आर सपोज टू नो वन ऑफ द unit for measurement of energy is joule, and what we prefer is kilocalories. Okay, so right now many times we said kilocalories. Okay, so how kilocalories is defined? It is defined as the heat required to raise the temperature of 1 kg of water by 1 degree Celsius, and that is from 14.5 degrees Celsius to 15.5 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is the unit that we are using. Okay, so the relationship which is given between these two units, that is kilocalories and kilojoules. Okay, 1 kilocalorie is equal to 4.184 kilojoule. 1 kilojoule, it is equal to 0.239 kilocalories. 1000 kilocalories, it is equal to 4184 kilojoules, or same we can express as 4.18 megajoules, or 1 megajoule is equal to 239 kilocalories. Now since MCQs are not there in your syllabus, you won't get any questions related to this. Okay, just remember the popular unit of calorie is kilocalorie. Another important thing is whenever the energy intake, okay, what amount of energy it should be consumed, okay, whatever recommendations are given. So for these recommendations, for calculation of these energy recommendation, what is taken into consideration is Indian reference man and Indian reference woman. Okay, तो इंडियन रेफरेंस मैन और इंडियन रेफरेंस वुमन को कंसिडर किया है, कुछ फिक्स क्राइटेरिया कंसिडर किया है. Okay, which is related to these various things which you can see in the slide. Okay, so first we will see इंडियन रेफरेंस मैन. ओके, इंडियन रेफरेंस मैन, उसका जो एज है, the age of Indian reference man, it is 18 to 29 years. This is 18 to 29 years के बीच में हमें लेना है. ओके, उसका हाइट के लिए जो पैरामीटर है दैट इज 1.73 मीटर्स. ओके, उसका हमें BMI देखना है, दैट इज बॉडी मास इंडेक्स. ओके, बॉडी मास इंडेक्स. Now just out of curiosity, I think obesity is finished in class, right? So can any one of you tell me how BMI is calculated? Any volunteer, how BMI is calculated? Yes, this is important aspect that you are supposed to know. Calculation of BMI, body mass index. Is there anyone? वेट के लिए कौन सा यूनिट हमें लेना है? हाँ, एंड हाइट के लिए? या ओके, सो वेट इन kg divided by height in meter square. Okay, you can get the BMI value. So that BMI value for Indian reference man, which is considered, is 20.3. Okay, this is 20.3. Okay, weight is 60 kg. Okay, weight जो consider किया है, that is 60 kg. In addition, two more parameters are there which are not mentioned here. Body surface area है वो भी कंसिडर किया जाता है, which is 1.62 square meter. Okay, और basal metabolic rate. Don't get confused between BMI and BMR. Now I am talking about BMR, that is basal metabolic rate. This is considered as 35.5. Okay, per kilocalorie per hour. Okay, but these parameters what I talked right now, body surface area and BMR, it is not mentioned by K Park. Okay, but since other authors they have mentioned it, I just added it. Okay, so Indian reference man में हमने age consider किया, height consider किया, BMI consider किया, weight consider किया, उसके साथ साथ body surface area consider किया और basal metabolic rate को consider किया. ओके, प्लस उसके जो एक्टिविटीज है दिन भर में उसने क्या करना है, ओके, वो भी देखा जाता है. ओके, सो बेसिकली दिस रेफरेंस मैन और वुमेन, दे शुड बी फिट फॉर कंडक्टिंग वेरियस फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज. ओके, तो उनका फिटनेस चाहिए, बहुत सारे फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज उनसे होने चाहिए. ओके, उनकी रेस्ट विच इज suggested is 8 hours. Okay, so that person should spend 8 hours in bed. Okay, 4 to 6 hours should be for light movements. Okay, light movements 4 to 6 hours. Light movements में it includes standing and moving around. Okay, जो वॉकिंग है, ओके, या फिर वॉकिंग के साथ साथ कुछ एक्टिव रिक्रिएशन है या फिर हाउस होल्ड वर्क है. ओके, so that person spends 2 hours in such activities. Okay, and occupational work के लिए 8 hours है. Okay, so occupational work but involving moderate activities. Okay, moderate activities. So all these are the things that are concerned with Indian reference man. So quickly I repeat: 18 to 29 years of age, 1.73 meter height, 20.3 BMI, 60 kg weight, 8 hours in bed, 4 to 6 hours light movement, 2 hours walking or active recreation or household work, 8 hours moderate occupational work. फॉर इंडियन रेफरेंस वुमेन सिर्फ पैरामीटर्स कुछ चेंज हो जाएंगे. ओके, एज सेम है. हाइट के लिए जो कंसिडर किया है दैट इज 1.61 मीटर. ओके, BMI जो कंसिडर किया है दैट इज 21.2. ओके, वेट जो कंसिडर किया है वो 55, आपने टेबल में देखा होगा 55 kg. ओके, बाकी रिमेनिंग थिंग्स आर सेम. ओके, रिमेनिंग थिंग्स आर सेम. Yeah, what is energy requirement? Okay, so energy requirement basically it must be related with the energy expenditure. ओके, एनर्जी एक्सपेंडिचर कितना होता है, एनर्जी इनटेक कितना है, ये दोनों को हमें बैलेंस करना है. ओके, सो देयर शुड बी एडिक्वेट इनटेक ऑफ एनर्जी. ओके, तो एनर्जी के बारे में जब भी हम बात करते हैं तो RDA उसका फुलफिल होना चाहिए, और या फिर वो यू कैन से दी इनटेक जो है वो एडिक्वेट होना चाहिए. इट शुड नॉट बी एक्सेस ऑल्सो एंड इट शुड नॉट बी लेस ऑल्सो. ओके, बिकॉज बोथ थिंग्स अफेक्ट्स हेल्थ. ओके, एक्सेस कंजम्पशन Okay, whenever there is excess energy consumption, basically it can contribute to obesity and heart disease. Okay, और अगर हम कम लेते हैं तो it can contribute to undernutrition. So regarding energy requirement, it is very essential to understand that there should be adequate supply of energy, or there should be adequate intake of energy, no excess, no less. Okay, what are different components of energy requirement? Okay, so there are three components that are taken into consideration for energy requirement. उसमें से जो first है, okay, so energy which is required for basal metabolism. Energy which is required for basal metabolism, simple criteria is given by K Park. Okay, तो इसमें हमें क्या देखना है, 1 kcal, okay, per hour per kg ऑफ बॉडी वेट. ओके, तो इस हिसाब से हम बेसल मेटाबॉलिज्म को कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. ओके, और एक क्राइटेरिया है जिसमें हम बॉडी सरफेस एरिया, बेसल मेटाबॉलिक रेट और 24 आवर्स में कितनी एनर्जी लगने वाली है ये कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. बट बेटर हियर यू फॉलो टू केपक. ओके, सो व्हाट केपक इज सेइंग, 1 kcal पर आवर पर केजी बॉडी वेट. ओके, सो हियर वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एडल्ट. Okay, this is for adult. Second, energy which is required for daily activities. Okay, daily activities, it includes walking, sitting, standing, or climbing stairs, or even routine things like dressing, undressing. Okay, reading, writing, there are so many things. Okay, what amount of energy which is required for this specific number is not given by Kpark, but if you refer to other authors, okay, what you can say is 40 kilocalories. These are 40 kilocalories per hour may be required for these daily activities. Okay, and finally we should have to consider occupational work. Okay, and occupational work or professional work, this is further classified as sedentary, moderate, and heavy work. Okay, now one more thing here, whatever energy requirements are given, okay, we can have different options. We can follow to the guidelines regarding energy requirements which are given by World Health Organization and Food and Agricultural Organization Expert Committee. Okay, तो FAO WHO का एक्सपर्ट कमिटी है जिन्होंने कितनी एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट है उसका गाइडलाइंस दिए हैं. ओके, वन थिंग. Secondly, different nations, different countries, they are also having their own recommendations or their own standards. ओके, जैसे कि ब्रिटिश लोगों के ब्रिटिश स्टैंडर्ड्स है, अमेरिकन लोगों के अमेरिकन स्टैंडर्ड्स है. सिमिलरली इंडिया में हमारे इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड्स है. और कैन यू गेस इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड्स किसने रेकमेंड किए होंगे? इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड का रिकमेंडेशन किसने किया होगा इंडिया में? Can you guess? I just mentioned one thing here. Can you complete it? Yes, yes, correct. So it is ICMR. So the standards in India, they are recommended by Indian Council of Medical Research. Okay, and these things are revised from time to time. Okay, so I think you are having next lecture, am I right? So now it's my kind request to CR, please start with attendance. एब्सेंट है. Yes, I can see her name. I can see her name. Yeah. Yes. Absent. Ram is absent. Absent है शायद. Mushir is present. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You can